the Bhandirvan temple. When I first came here, the floor was dirt. Now you see it's all marble. There was no dome, just simple little place. But, and roof was caving in on the very small Prikama path. But I have a dear godbrother who was originally from Punjab, but he was living in London, named Manu, who's no longer in this world. But his sons and daughters still do a lot of service for Braj. So anyway, first place we saw was, and the gateway, that was done by the devotees from Chopati. On top, there's another part, that's Badrika's Trust, but the actual gateway and the top part of it was done by devotees from Chopati. And the iron doors, anybody from Chicago? Because our one Russian devotee named Arpaha, he did the iron doors there. Devotees have done a lot of service here in this. So that was Radha Bandir Bihari. And did you see Krishna playing his flute? Did we see Krishna playing a flute? Only Radha Krishna temple in the whole universe. You see Krishna playing his flute. If you come here with a small group, just few devotees, and you speak sweetly to the Pujari, you give him a little dakshina, he'll show you the feet. And you see Krishna standing, I can't show from here, but anyway, he's standing like this, with the heels together, and both feet like that. He's standing on his tippy toes, putting kumkum and the only temple in the Krishna playing a flute, he's standing on his tippy toes, heel to heel, and putting sindoor in Radharani's part. And of course, next was the Benu Koop. You saw the water today was very clear, crystal clear. But if you come on Monday, you'll see it will be all whitish. If you're there early at 3 or 4 in the morning, then you'll actually see a stream of milk coming in the well, and then all the water becomes whitish. So that's the famous Venu Koop. You all heard of the Underkoop, but this is the Venu Koop, where you get free from the Underkoop. Then there, behind the Venu Koop, there was the Mukhat Mandir. You saw Krishna's mukhat, his crown, with all the cow dung swastikas there. So this is the main place of Bhandirvan. This is the Bhandirbhat tree. You see this enormous banyan tree. Actually, this tree previously was so big, and you see how the branches go out so far. They used to cross completely across the Jamuna. And the cowherd boys would climb up a root on that side of the Jamuna, and they'd run across the branch and then shimmy down some roots on the other side, like that. And then go back the same way. Now it's Kali Yuga, this tree has shrunk. But Jamuna is not far from here, a little ways behind. It is one of the few places we came to Vrindavan expecting to see forest. So here we can see nice forests this year. So the best version of this story I ever heard, because nobody writes about Krishna better than Bhaktivedanta Swami. He's got a wonderful book called Venu Geet. And there's one verse in Venu Geet where the gopis compare Krishna to the cloud. The cloud is blackish, Krishna is blackish. The cloud gives relief from the heat of the summer to the people. Krishna gives us relief from the heat of lust and anger and greed. In so many ways. So he tells the story in the nicest, so I will follow his format. He said, one day, the sun was going down, but it was cloudy day. The sun was going to go get down without getting darshan of Krishna. So the king of the clouds, he became worried that the sun is down without seeing Krishna. Maybe he'll become so depressed he won't get up in the morning. Just like when we got the news that our dear Indra had left this world, we didn't want to wake up in the morning and just be asleep and not have to face it. So maybe he won't get up in the morning. So he began to recite a pastime that he heard, or he saw happen in this place not shortly before that. And he began to explain how Nanda Maharaj has unlimited love for Krishna. And Krishna has unlimited love for Nanda Maharaj. Hearing about that incredible love of Nanda Maharaj for Nanda Lala, all the clouds began to throw lightning bolts and make thunderous noise. Then just at that moment, clouds opened up just a little bit. A little pinkish ray of sunshine came through the clouds and fell on Krishna. And then the sun set. He said, Nanda Maharaj has so much love for Krishna. He goes out in the morning to herd the cows. And Nanda Baba has 9 lakhs of cows. Most of you know 1 lakh? 100,000, huh? 9 lakhs means almost 1 megabyte. So he went out to herd those cows in the morning. And he took a few steps, but he realized he couldn't bear the separation from Nanda Lala. So he came back and he put Nanda Lala on his shoulder and he went out herding the cows. And he was pointing out all the wonders of the forest to Nanda Lala, just to relish Vatsalya Ras to its extremist. He was showing all the wonders of the forest to Krishna. Who was he showing the wonders of the forest to? Krishna. That person who created all the wonders of the forest. But just to enjoy Vatsalya Ras, he was showing Krishna. He said, oh, look, Lala, there's a little chipmunk crawling in the tree. Oh, Lala, look, there's a gum tree. Anybody from Mauritius? And you know this is, it's not like the Australians have a different type of gum tree. There's also called gum tree. Because it gets a little yellow fruit in the rainy season, and inside is very sweet, and there's a seed. It's got this hard skin on the outside, bright yellow. But inside is just like glue. Therefore in Mauritius they call it the gum tree. It's like gum. And you take it, you break open the skin, you suck all the glue off the seed, and then you try to spit out the skin and the seed. And it gets stuck on your lip and you're going, but they're so sweet. He said, oh Lala, there's gum tree. We call Lisora. And Brijbasi they call Raheta. Oh, look, Lala, there's a big, tall papri tree. This big, tall tree in the back must be called papri. Oh, look, Lala, there's a tamal tree. You see this tree in the back with its leaves hanging down. Some of them are dark green. Some of the ones are very low. They're very light green. This is tamal tree, like in our courtyard, Krishna Balaram Mandir. And tamal trees are always blackish. The trunk is always blackish and crooked. When gopis are madly looking for Krishna with tears in their eyes, they can't see straight. They just see something is crooked and black and they embrace the tamal trees. And if you look closely, you see there's a whitish tree being embraced by the black tree. If you look close, you can see the black and the white. Because there's a kadamba tree there. Kadamba tree is always light colored, and the flower is just the color of Srimati Radhika. So that's the representative of Sri. The tamal tree represents Krishna, and the kadamba tree represents Srimati Radhika. And if you see them growing together like this, being embracing each other, it's like getting sakshat darshan of Radha and Krishna. Then Lala, he said, oh Baba, what's this tree, what's leaf has got a tail? What's this tree, what's leaf has got a tail? I don't see any here today. But you've seen in Prabhupada's Samadhi, huge tree is there. Leaf shaped like a heart and comes down to a little punch tail. And as soon as a little bit of wind, immediately they're moving. And if the wind comes, then nice sound is coming. So Lala said, Hare Baba, what is this tree which leaf has got a tail? Ye kanki pe Hare Baba, jiska pate ki punche Baba. Ye kanki pe Hare, jiska pate ki punche Baba. And then the Baba looked, he said, oh Lala, this is people tree. Then he said, oh Baba, what's this tree what's got a beard? What's this tree what's got a beard, Baba? Ye kanki pe Hare, jiska dadi hai Baba. Ye kanki pe Hare, jiska dadi hai Baba. And then the Maharaj looked, he said, oh Lala, this is banyan tree. He's got roots hanging down just like beard. And banyan trees and people trees are very special for the environment. Because we learned in high school that the trees give up oxygen in the daytime and carbon dioxide in the nighttime. But people trees and banyan trees, they give up oxygen 24/7. Very special tree. So then Lala, he heard some sound. Oh Baba, what's that sound? What's that sound, Baba? And then the Maharaj listened. And he heard the peacock calling. Eeeew! Eeeew! Go! He said, Lala, that is the peacock. And the peacock is calling, Kika, 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 K Radha, Ka Krishna. Peacock is calling Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna. But the Brishbazi say, the peacock is calling, Meow, Meow, Meow. Meg means cloud. And you must have learned by now, ow, come. Into the summer, all the peacocks are crying, Meow, Meow. My dear friend Achyuta, who finished Prabhupada's Samadhi, he's from a special place in America. He says all the peacocks are calling, New York, New York. But Rupa Goswami explains there's a deeper meaning. Because K means who. Just like when Mahaprabhu met this Rupa Goswami in Prayag, then he said, Kayami, who am I? So what is the question? The question is, who, K? Who is there who can possibly reciprocate with the Rasaraj Sri Krishna? He's a great ocean of ras. So who is there who can possibly reciprocate with that ocean of ras that is Rasaraj Sri Krishna? And the answer is coming, Ka. Only she, Sri Radha, with her ocean of Mahabhav, she can reciprocate with that Rasaraj Sri Krishna. And we know when the Rasaraj and the Mahabhav join together, that is Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu. Only one day by his mercy will enter into the mysteries of this understanding. So Nanda Baba says, oh Lala, that's a peacock. Oh Baba, what's this tree with the little yellow fruit? Just like now, if you go walking in MBT, you'll see so many trees are there. They're little tiny green fruits, but in springtime they'll turn yellow. We call, in Hindi we call bear. In Bengali they call what? Kul. In Gujarat, what do you say? Bor, huh? When you come in the springtime, you see all the Brishbasi ladies all around the Prikamubar with a little basket of little yellow fruits, bear. Suddenly, Nanda Maharaj looked and he saw the whole eastern horizon, black clouds, and cool breeze began to blow. Because in the summer season, the wind is coming from the west. We call it the loo. Of course, we go to England, loo means something else, but call it the loo. Hot, dry wind. But when rainy season comes, the wind comes from the east. So Nanda Maharaj, the whole horizon is covered with black clouds. And if it's too far away, you can't hear the thunder, but you can see little streaks of lightning coming between the clouds. And even before the clouds come, the cool breeze begins to blow. Vishwanath Chakravarti in Madhurya Kadambini, which I translated, you can also get it on Amazon. In his, what do you call the prayers before? Mangalacharan. He says Mahaprabhu's mercy is like that. That even if you just get close, even don't have to get Mahaprabhu's mercy, you just get close to it, it'll cool you off. Even before the rain comes, cool breeze comes. He said Mahaprabhu's mercy is like, just cools us off from this hot, burning fire of lust in our hearts. Just to get close to that mercy. So he realized that it's going to start raining. And he became very worried. Because if he gathers up all the cows, by that time the rain will come, and Lala will get wet. If he gets wet, maybe he'll catch COVID. He began to think what to do. Because if I take him home, then the thunder and lightning will frighten all the cows and they'll get scattered. He began to think what to do. Just at that time, Radharani was just a little baby in her crib in Raval, where we were the other day. And very mystically, she took a beautiful Kishori roop, Bandevi, forest goddess. Or in Russian, they have a sweet word, Bhagini Lesa, forest goddess, Bhagini Lesa. So sweet word. And suddenly she appeared in the forest. And Nanda Maharaj saw, suddenly the whole forest was bathed in a beautiful golden luster. And as Nanda Maharaj looked, he saw the source of that golden luster was this beautiful golden Devi. Devi, O energy of Lord Vishnu, pranam. My Lala may get wet by the time I collect all the cows. Please take him home to his mother while I collect the cows and come behind. And she bowed before Nanda Baba, tatastu, so be it. And she took that child from Nanda Maharaj's shoulder and held him close to her breast. And she's feeling, oh, he's so soft like butter. So beautiful, blackish color, like the monsoon clouds that are coming. Beautiful lotus petal eyes and curly hair. And she bowed before Nanda Baba and started back towards Gokul. Because you saw, to get here, we crossed over the river. So we're on the same side as Gokul, just like we went the other day. As she was walking and walking, suddenly she walked under this beautiful Bhandirvan Vriksha, this beautiful, enormous banyan tree. As soon as she stepped under that banyan tree, suddenly Krishna slipped out of her arms and became a beautiful 16-year-old youth. Boys and girls. Because to go from babyhood to youth, we have to go. We're talking about the Supreme Personality of Godhead and His own Ladini Shakti, Sri Radha. They can manifest whatever form they like, whenever they like. So suddenly, beautiful Kishori were standing under this banyan tree. Then suddenly the banyan tree became decorated with so many beautiful embroidered canopies and laces of pearls and beautiful silken flags of pastel colors with gold and silver trim were everywhere. And a beautiful Yajna-kunda appeared. And at that time, Lord Brahma was coming from Pushkar, where he had just done a great big yajna. Beautiful yajna, standing in the shade of the Bhandirvan tree. And he began to consider in his heart, and in the future many people will criticize Radha and Krishna's pastimes. Radha and Krishna's pastimes, as we said the other day, Radha Krishna Pradaya Vikuti, Ladini Shakti Rasmat. It's not mundane. Don't keep any mundane thought in your mind. Ladini Shakti is a manifestation of Krishna's own Ladini Shakti. And still people may misunderstand, so he thought, let me secretly get them married here in Bhandirvan. So he descended on his swan airplane. And then he bowed before the divine couple. Teaching his and suddenly the Astasakis also appeared in their Kishori roops. And the Astasakis took Radha and they put a beautiful garland. Just like every day in Vrindavan, we're astounded how these ladies make such wonderful garlands. We can't believe it. Every day we're astounded, so beautiful garland. But way beyond that beauty, they made a special garland they put in Radharani's hand. And they held her arms and they had her Sukhamandri, her beloved. And she had her sari, very shyly she was looking at Krishna like this. And she's ambulated. And then she took that garland and very shyly she placed it on Krishna Chandra's neck. And then the Sakhis, they gave a beautiful, and Krishna very playfully he placed it on Radharani's neck. Then Brahma had them come and sit in front of the Yajna-kund. And he sat down. And he began beautiful Vivaha Yajna. At some point, he was chanting so many special mantras, and Krishna was throwing grains and ghee into the fire. At some point, he had Radha and Krishna stand up. And then he had them switch sides because the place for the wife is on the left side. So he had Radharani come to the left side of Krishna. And then he took the end of Krishna's chadar, end of Radharani's shawl, and all the Sakhis put auspicious things like beetle and pan and things. And then he made a very, very tight knot, so they would not slip out. So the Sakhis, they tied a knot with special things. And then he had Krishna place Radharani's. First, they had Krishna with a beautiful silver coin or silver stick of some kind. Take this beautiful sindoor, kumkum, and place it on Radharani's hair and a dot on her forehead. And then he covered her forehead with her sari. In this way, Brahma, gradually he performed the Purnahuti. And so beautiful ceremony was going on. And all the demigods gradually came to watch this beautiful ceremony of the wedding of this Kishori. One time somebody asked us, like in Chicago, our deities are Kishori. And somebody asked Prabhupada, always Radharani's name is first. Why in here it's second? He says, because we're saving the best thing for last. So all the kinnaras were playing musical instruments. The Gandharvas were singing so sweetly. The Brahmins were chanting the Vedic mantras. All the demigods came with various gifts like that. And the sun god came with a beautiful Brahmin thread. And it just goes on and on and on, the list of all the things. And then all the Apsaras came. They were trained up by Indraduna Maharaj, so they were dancing very sweetly. And Brahma performed the Purnahuti. And then taking rice flour, just the color that appeared to be ground pearls, from the corner of the Yajna-kund, he drew 7 circles. Then he had Krishna Chandra put his right hand on his left hand in Radharani's back, and his right hand in Radharani's hand, and Radharani put her hand, left hand in Krishna Chandra's chest, and her right hand in Krishna Chandra's hand. And then Brahma directed him, Krishna, to take her through the 7 circles, placing her right foot first, and then moving the second one without going beyond the first, as he chanted special mantras. So Radharani, very shyly, she put her hand on Krishna Chandra's chest, and Krishna led her through the 7 circles. And Brahma chanted these wonderful mantras, one for wealth, one for religiosity, one for cattle. Of course, nowadays we want a nice car, but in the old days we wanted cattle and, cows. We should say cattle, cows. And like the 7 different mantras. And Radharani stepped very sweetly between each of the circles, being led by Krishna Chandra. And then, according to our Hindu law, once the couple have taken the 7 steps, saptapadi we call it, then they're officially man and wife. Because it's considered if they will take these 7 steps together, then they will walk together for the rest of their lives. So Lord Brahma declared them husband and wife. And all the ladies began to make uludwani. Prabhupada loved this so much. And he declared them now as husband and wife. And then Lord Brahma, he didn't want to leave, but impelled by Yogamaya, he bowed down again, putting his 4 heads on their 4 lotus feet. And he got into a swan airplane and left. The demigods, they also didn't want to leave. The demigods and goddesses, they didn't want to leave, but also impelled by Yogamaya, they left. And then Srimati Radharani, who's been cooking since the endless time, beginningless time, and never made the same preparation twice. She cooked a wonderful wedding feast, and with her own hand, she fed it to Krishna Chandra. And then she took Krishna Chandra's remnants. Then after washing their hand with scented water and washing their mouths with scented water, they began to wander through the forest. And Krishna was showing all the wonders of the forest to Srimati Radhika. After some time, they came to a clearing, and the sand was just like a jeweled dice, dancing dice. And Krishna began to dance, and Radharani began to dance. And their ankle bells and their bangles made such a sweet sound. And it was such an incredible sound, and the rhythms were so unique. Even Lord Shiva, the Lord of Dance, he couldn't understand the rhythms. Ching, 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 ching. Ching 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 ching. Like that, they were dancing and whirling and twirling and dancing, and all the forest animals came to watch. Even the peacocks, who were very proud of their dancing, closed up their tails and came to watch the dancing of Radha and Krishna. And Radha and Krishna were dancing and whirling and swirling. And those of you who are not from India, if you stay here long enough, you'll see that sometimes people do some show on the street and people come and they take a note like this and whirl it around their heads and offer them some dakshina, no chavar. But the peacock's just a simple forest animal. He doesn't have any money to give. Confirmed, he has no money. He took one of his feathers and offered it to Sri Krishna, a simple feather. And Krishna accepted it like it was a very valuable thing. So valuable, he stuck it on his top of his crown. And then he began to dance and dance and dance and dance. Finally, they got, after dancing for some time, they began to wander through the forest. And Krishna was showing all the wonders of the forest. And suddenly Radharani, she ran and she hid behind some trees. And Krishna Chandra came and Radharani was watching. But then Krishna Chandra, he ran and hid behind some trees. And Radharani came, she looked behind the trees. In this way, enjoying their love, mutual love for one another, they wandered through the forest, Krishna Chandra showing all the wonders. They came to the Jamuna, and so many beautiful colored minerals were there. And Krishna began to paint so many beautiful paintings on Radharani's face and arms. Then Radharani, she touched those minerals and went to paint Sri Krishna, and suddenly he became just like a little child again. And Radharani began to wail, "Oh, Prananath, where have you gone? Don't show me this illusion. Oh, Prananath." And suddenly a voice from the clouds as deep as thunder, "Hey, Radhe, steer ho ja, become steady. In due course of time, all your desires will be satisfied. Now the rain is coming. Take this child quickly to Gokul before he gets wet." So Radharani collected herself and she held this little child to her breast and she ran through the forest to Gokul. When she got to the palace of Nanda Maharaj, she entered the palace and the king of the clouds said, "I couldn't see what happened. But there was a chataki bird sitting in the window. He told me that suddenly Mother Yasoda saw this beautiful golden luster fill the whole palace. And she saw in the doorway this beautiful golden forest goddess, Bandhu, with her child in his arms. And said, and she bowed before that, "Oh Devi, oh energy of Lord Vishnu, pranam." And then the Vandevi said, "Your husband told me to bring this boy home before the rain comes while he collects the cows. So you please take this boy." And so Mother Yasoda took this boy, held him close to her breast, and she's also feeling, oh, so soft like butter. And then Vandevi bowed before Mother Yasoda, and very mystically, she became a little baby in her house in Raval. Mother Yasoda, she bathed Lala and fed him and then put him to rest. Hearing this wonderful story, all the clouds began to throw lightning like anything. So fast you couldn't even count the bolts. And thunder was coming. Huge noise was there. Huge noise. And Mother Yasoda became frightened. She ran her child's bedroom and bending down with her heavy breasts hanging down, she looked at her child and she saw a beautiful smile playing on his lips. And Mother Kirtida in another part of Braj, she also became frightened for her daughter. She ran to Radharani's crib and she saw Radharani was sleeping peacefully with this beautiful smile playing on her lips. Both mothers in two different parts of Braj saw their children sleeping with beautiful smiles playing on their lips as they dreamed about their fantasy wedding in this place beneath the Bhandirvan tree where you're sitting today. Jai Jai Sri Hare Krishna. This is such a wonderful place feel inspired to sing national anthem. You've got your national anthem. Jai He, Jai He. This is the national anthem of Braj. And you won't find the verses in your songbook or on the net. It's only in the hearts of the Vishwasis. And this is, you're tired of sitting, so this is dancing music. So you can all get up. And we need a heavy midnight. Jai Jai Shyama, Jai Jai Shyam, Jai Jai Śrī Vrindavan. Jai Jai Shyama, Jai Jai Shyam, Jai Jai Śrī Vrindavan. But for those who don't, when you come to Vrindavan, the guy who drives the rickshaw, he's the rickshaw wala, who makes the sweets. Who makes the sweets? He's the sweet wala, mithai wala. So the guy who takes care of the cow, he's the go wala. Go wala, go wala, go wala, go wala, go wala. Jai Jai Gopi, Jai Jai Gwa, Jai Jai Sada, Ihila. Jai Jai Gopi. Now you all know Radha Krishna Guna Gao, right? That's imperative. Sing Radha Krishna. This is future conditional. If you will sing Govinda, 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 Gaoge, Prema Padarat, Padarat means that thing, that substance called Prem, Pauge. You don't say enemy to Pau, this is Pau. You taste that thing called Prem. Govinda, Govinda, Gaoge, Prema Padarat, Pauge. Santa means devotee. because he's always speaking the truth. So he's Sant means devotee, and when plural, Santan, Bolo Santan, Hari Hari. Hari Hari. Which Hari? Mukhape on his face, Murali, other means lip, other Dari. He's holding that Murali on his lip. That Hari. Bolo Santan, Hari Hari, Mukhape Murali, other Dari. Bolo Santan, Hari Hari, Mukhape Murali, Adonai. Jai Jai Radhe, Jai Jai Jai, Jai Jai Sri Vrindavan. Kunda me chanamrita le, apana jivana safala kare. So, on Braj Pikama, we're going from Kund to Kund, right? So in Hindi, we like to repeat everything, huh? Tori tori Hindi aati hai. So Kunda me chanamrita le, take chanamrita in all the kunds. Apana means your very own. Jivana? Life. Huh? Apana jivana, safal. You know, patram pusam phalam. Phal means fruit. Safal, with fruit. Fruitful. Successful. Apana jivana, safala kare. Kunda me janamita le. Apana jivana, safala kare. Kunda me janamita le. Apana jivana, safala kare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद.